The Torah in this week's Parsha starts off with a little pep talk for Moshe. After the description in last week's Parsha of all the terrible things that are going to happen to the Jewish people, Moshe tells the Jewish people, don't worry. Although all this sounds scary, although all this sounds terrible, like something we can't overcome, don't worry. Everything at the end of the day will be okay. The very last line of that speech, Moshe says something which I think is so powerful for us today, so important for us to remember, and important to remember to get through any difficult situation that we're in. Moshe tells the Jewish people, Hanastaros la Hashem Elokeinu, those things that are hidden are only known to Hashem, Vahaniglos lanu levanenu, and it's only the things that are revealed that are to us and to our children. What is Moshe saying? Sometimes you look around, you see terrible things happening, you see death, you see destruction, and you can't understand how there's any possible reason why this is good, why this makes sense, why this is just, or why this is from God. And Moshe says to the Jewish people, there are things that are hidden from us. You will not be able to understand them. Some things we know, many things only Hashem knows. And it's not our job to know. I used to live in a military town called Norfolk, Virginia, home to the largest Navy base in the entire world. And I got to observe certain military practices. And one thing about the military, every good sailor or every good soldier knows, is that you have to follow orders. You don't always have to understand your orders, but you have to follow orders. Now, when you work or are part of a human military, there is a limit to that, because sometimes the military goes so off the rails that every just and honest soldier has to look at themselves and say, I cannot be a part of it. And that's because humans are imperfect. And sometimes humans make mistakes. Sometimes human beings are evil. And it's every person's responsibility to know when to follow orders and when not to follow orders. But when our army is led by a general who is perfect, who is righteous, then we have nothing to fear about. We have to be that soldier who follows orders no matter what, whether they understand or not. We are soldiers in the army of Hashem. We are soldiers of the greatest army. We have the greatest general. We have the greatest leader. He is perfect, he is just, and he is righteous. And therefore, we have to remember what our role is and what Hashem's role is. Our role is to follow orders. Our role is to keep marching along, whether we understand what's going on or whether we do not understand what's going on. We have to keep marching on, keep following orders, and keep doing our best. If there is one thing we know about coronavirus, and there's one thing that coronavirus has taught us, it's that we really don't have any clue what's going on. Wear the mask, don't wear the mask. Inside, outside, ventilation, no ventilation. Go to shul, don't go to shul. Go to school, don't go to school. There's so many opinions out there. Which medications help, which medications don't help. There's so much, I think there's more opinions about this than there's been about anything else, for sure in my lifetime and possibly ever. And it's really taught us that with all the technological advances that we have, with all the knowledge that we have, all the information to knowledge that we have, at the end of the day, we don't know everything. And that's okay. It's not our job to know everything. It's our job to be loyal members of the army of Hashem, to trust in Hashem, to follow in his ways, and to do our part. Hanastaros la Hashem Elokeinu. Those things that are hidden, they're there. Hashem knows what's going on. He's taking care of them. Vahaniglos, but those things that are revealed, those things that we know about, those things that are in our control, lanu levanenu. Those are the things that we have to worry about. Those are the things that we are responsible for. Let's do our job, and then Hashem will surely do his job. Have a great Shabbos.